If you're someone who's sitting with a posture with an upper rounded back and a tilted head forward, there's a strong chance you may be having something like a symptom called a Dowager's hump. So what we're trying to do in this series today is do a few exercises that's going to help you benefit and make that posture stand upright and minimize the effects of a Dowager's hump. So we can often get this condition just simply from our poor posture, as I've demonstrated, or sometimes even the bones of our body are in an osteoporotic phase can add to this area. So we're going to go through a set of exercises today, really simple, just going through some of them that are going to help that area open up, lengthen, and get you a bit more toned and your bones back into a better position. We're going to be making use of a towel. If you've got a pronounced curve, then you may want 2 towels. So we'll just see how you go. Set both of them aside in case you need them. If you get value from today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because that way YouTube will know to send it to other people who are going to get the same benefit. So we're going to start by folding our towel up, and we're going to start to take a lie down onto your back, where the towel is roughly around the top side of your shoulders. Your hands are going to hold your head for support, and then we're going to go into what we call an extension. We're going to allow the upper body just to rest over the top of the towel, and then from there we're just going to do a chin nod, so throat and chin coming closer, and then just peeling up to look between the legs, and then again going back and over. Now your hands are very supportive of the back of the head. The elbows at the moment are pointed out on a diagonal, so they're not winged out to the side and they're not pointing straight up towards the ceiling. We're just creating a little bit of movement ability in this upper back space that can feel a little stuck if we have that Dowager condition. So when you're ready, we're going to stay over, keep the hands laced behind your head, and we're going to allow, to your tolerance, the elbows to open out to the side. So we call this an elbow wing or an elbow fly. And then bring the elbows back up, aiming them towards the ceiling. And again, opening the arms out to the side and then bringing them back up. Now, you might be thinking of something like a bird. You could be thinking of a butterfly. You could be thinking of anything that's got big, beautiful wings. So just feeling how this is in that upper back area and through the arms and shoulders. And then from there, we're going to bring you all the way back up. Place your hands onto the side and push your body away from the floor. Now, if any issue around your shoulders is compromised for you to do that, then you leave the hands out and you would put your second towel over there for your head. We're going to move the towel down just a little bit lower and again go into the next position. So each place we go is slightly different. So again, hands behind the head and then going over the back. So when we work through our movement practices, we don't just focus on the area that's of concern. We want to make sure the entire system is balanced and that we are, making sure that all the parts are talking to each other, because there's never just one thing that causes you to be in discomfort or pain or, altered positions. It's a combination of things. Again, hold your position here and we do the elbows wide and bringing them up. So here I'm maintaining my position of my extension as I add my little fly of my elbows out and in. And then one more time, we're going to take it out. From here, we're going to turn onto your side. So hopefully you've got the towel situated so that it's just underneath your rib cage and your underarm area. So I'm going to bend my knees up and we're going to send your 2 elbows down towards each other. We're going to practice the fly again. So we're going to send the top elbow to the ceiling and bringing it back down. And again, raising up and bringing it down. Now you can just stay with that version, but the benefit next is to send the arm up and then we're going to roll backward onto the towel, opening your elbow away, and then we're going to close everything back in again, and then lowering the elbow down. So we want to separate the arm moving first, then the spine turning backwards, so you've got your chest facing the ceiling, and then we're going to close everything back again, and then return the elbow back to the side. So we'll do that one more time. Elbow lifts up and roll back. So my hands are supporting the head is resting down. And as I mentioned, if you need extra support, you just put that extra towel where your hands are to support your head. So from here, we're just going to roll over and repeat that exercise on the other side. So again, just making your way comfortably over, setting yourself up so that you've got that towel in the underarm area. 2 knees are bent up, and then starting with the lacing of your hands. Top elbow leads the way up, and then bring the elbow down. So we're just working through the arm first. Lift and lower. So adding on, we raise the elbow and then we roll the chest backward. So the towel is providing a lot of feedback and information to the spine and to all the different muscles that are along that area. And, these are the things that need that information to reset the system, reset your organization of your body. And, you've just got to go to the rotation that works for you. You may not go that far depending on how severe your condition is, but, you could be going as far as I am. So as I said in the beginning, this is also about preventative work rather than always just trying to find the cure. So from here, we're going to bring you up. And what we're going to do is we're going to find a second towel. So the first towel is going to come down as we lie onto our front now. It's going to be underneath the rib cage, and then you're going to take the second towel and roll it up. So that's going to be the support for your forehead. So as we lie our bodies down, you've got that chest just rested over the front, and then we're going to have your forehead resting onto the towel above. So the point of this towel is to be high enough so that you can feel the back of the neck is already lengthened without you having to do much effort. We're going to start with our 2 arms just resting down at our side, and we're going to slide the 2 arms out and overhead and then pull the arms back down again. And then repeating, arms sliding out and forward and then returning them back in. So we'll go for a few more like this. If your towel needs to reposition itself, then go ahead and do that. So reaching the arms away, really trying to keep any tension from the top of your shoulders, and then slide out. From here, we're going to take a new angle like a V, and we're going to slide the arms out into a V direction, and then drawing the arms back in. And then again, repeating, sending the arms out and returning them in. So we've got 2 more like this as we stretch away and drawing back. Now these movements are very subtle at the moment, and it's just going to help you get into better organization. We're going to take it into a T, so aiming your hands out to the side, sliding the arms along the surface next to you, and then pulling the arms back in. And again, reaching them away and drawing them back in. Because your hands are in contact with the ground, this should feel fairly easy to do. If you're ever having any shoulder issues, then stop the range that's really feeling affected. So we're going to add on to our movement. Hold the arms out into the T position, and we're going to start to float the 2 arms away from the floor and bring them down. And again, raising them off the ground and down. Slide the arms into the V shape and hover the 2 arms up and down, and one more there, up and down. Our last position is the most challenging of all, with the arms above. So if you can't do this with 2 arms, maybe a single arm is better, or otherwise just do the slide. And again, raising the 2 arms away and down, and then one last time away and down. From here, we're going to slide the arms all the way back behind you, palms to face towards the ceiling. Allow the shoulders to soften and rest. And we're going to use our upper body now. So our head is going to float away from the toweling as it hovers up into space, and then lower your head back down to rest on the towel. And then repeating that, the head floats away from the top towel, bringing just that back of the neck nice and long. And what you'll notice is that we're not tilting the head back. So we're still keeping the eyes looking down. I imagine that there's a magnet pulling my head up towards the ceiling, and then a magnet pulling my nose towards the floor. And then we'll do one more time as we raise the back of the head away from the mat, and then lowering yourself back to the ground. From here, we keep the head fixed on the towel again, and we're going to work the shoulders. So you're going to peel the collarbones away from the floor, noticing how your upper arm is lifted. And then we're going to raise the hands and arm off of the mat. So flying the arms up and then hands down, and then relax the shoulders
forward again. Peel the collarbones backward, almost like you're going to tie a bow with your 2 collarbone ends, and then float the arms away from the ground, and then bringing them down and relax them forward. Let's do 2 more like that as we fold or flow the shoulders closer to each other, bringing them high and low and rest. 1 more time as we bring the collarbones backwards, the arms float high, arms down and head down. So now we're going to combine our last 2 moves together. So it's going to look like one movement as we raise the head away from the towel. The collarbones peel back. The arms are going to slide and lift away from the mat surface. And then we're going to return everything nice and slowly back towards the mat. Now, as we're doing this, this is all upper back work. So you should be feeling it in your upper back between your shoulder blade line. We should not be feeling this in your lower back. The towel underneath you is going to be supporting that so that you're not getting into the lower back area. And again, the tilt of the head is not jutted forward. We're feeling a nice longness through the back of the neck. And then 1 more time as we bring ourselves all the way up, holding that position, really feeling wide and open through the front of your body and strong and supportive in the back of your body. All right, from there, we're going to rest the hands towards the floor. We're going to push ourselves up onto all fours position. So from here, we can take the towels away and put them to the side. We no longer need them. I want you in the center of your mat. And this is important because we're going to be moving forwards and backwards. So the first movement is to walk your knees back behind you, keeping your hands where they were in space until you find yourself in a comfortable stretch through your upper arms and back. So my eyes are still looking down, my neck is nice and long, and my bottom is up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to walk myself forward again, bringing the knees back underneath the hips. So we pause here, and then we're going to walk the hands out. So 1 step at a time. You're going to end up in the same position we were just in, but working from a different angle. Find the stretch, and then walking yourself back. You can bend the elbows as you walk yourself back in again, and then finding your balance. So we're going to repeat that. Legs going out first, hands staying steady on the mat. Nice broad position through your wrists. And then if it's okay for you, you can stay here. Ears between biceps is my preference. But if you can go a little deeper, you can start to lower your chest towards the floor, having your nose on the mat. And then if you've got a range to go further, you can aim your chest or your chin onto the mat. And then from there, we're going to return the head position and then start to walk your knees forward towards your hands. So that's quite an extreme range. So again, you just go where you go, make sure you feel safe in your shoulders, and then we go from the arm perspective. So we stretch the arms out, leaving the hips above the knees. Again, either stay here, ears between arms, go with forehead against the floor or nose against the floor, or otherwise, if you've got the range, you're going to send your chin towards the mat, almost like your chest bone is trying to come to the ground. And then slowly lifting out of that with your head and then walking your hands all the way back to your starting point. So from here, we're going to go into a seated position. So you could be seated here on the floor, or a comfortable position on a chair will also do. And what we're going to do is lace your fingers behind the back of you. You're going to feel those collarbones again pulling back like we did when we were on our front, and then stretching the arms all the way back behind you. So with this movement, often you'll want to chin push out. So we want to make sure that your chin stays drawn down towards your throat, and then returning the arms back in. We'll do that 1 more time. So we've got the collarbones peeling back and the arms stretching all the way back behind you. Nice, simple opening of the chest, and then resting from there. We're going to spin ourselves all the way to lie on our back again as we finish with a bridge. So when we do bridging, we don't generally want something behind the head. However, if your head is in that tilt, then we want to put that cushion or towel behind the back of you just to support the neck alignment. So again, just feeling the length at the back of the neck, so chin slightly dropping down towards the throat. Hands are down at your side, knees and feet facing out away from you. Let's take ourselves up into a bridging position where we lift the hips off of the floor, feeling your knees aiming out away from you. So right here, we're resting onto that back body and then coming down nice and slowly through the bones of your spine. And you may be able to roll through your spine. If you do have an osteoporotic spine, we don't want to feel like you're going to force your movement. So you could rather hinge your body straight up and straight down. The point is that we're balancing on that area. We're trying to iron out, open, extend, expand the area of your upper back and then coming back towards the floor. So we'll do 3 more of those as we raise the pelvis away from the floor. And really pay attention. What does your neck want to do? As soon as your hips come up, does the chin want to lift? If it does, you've got to keep thinking. Back of the neck is nice and long. And then rolling yourself back down towards the side. And 2 more times as we raise up, really feeling balanced through your feet, feeling balanced through your hips as you're coming up, and then lowering your body back towards the mat. So we have one last one, and then it's all done. So raising up towards the top, really enjoying this position. Hope you're feeling already broad and widespread across the backs of the shoulders, and then returning yourself back onto your mat. All right, from here we're going to roll off onto a side and bring you back up into a seated organization. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you feel great in your upper body already and that it makes a difference. Remember, the more concentrated movement you do, the better you'll get at these things. And as I said, if you got value from today's video, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, any of those things so that more people can benefit from this information. Have a wonderful day and see you again soon.